Yo, what's up guys, it is Seahawks area back with another video, and today we're going to keep it on the topic of my favorite something, and we're going to do my favorite player on every NFL team. Going to do it tier list style. I'm going to drag, drop, and talk, and I want to know who your favorite NFL player on certain teams are, so leave them in the comments. Enjoy the video, and as always, go Hawks. Alright, so here's the tier list. We got one, it's bright green, and it's favorites. And we're going to start with none other than the Washington Commanders. My favorite player there is Terry McLaurin. He's one of the most loyal NFL players I've ever seen. He's been through a few name changes of a team. He's had to deal with Dan Snyder as the team owner for a handful of years. And then he's had to deal with a starting quarterback like just changing rapidly. And he's just been so loyal to that team up until about this point, but like he deserves money, so I think he's being fair about it. Now we got the Baltimore Ravens. My favorite Raven right now is Derrick Henry. He's just like every year since I've been watching football, he's just been this bruising, demolishing running back that you just can't seem to game plan for. Like there's no way to really stop this guy, and he is just what I view as this generation's Marshawn Lynch. Like, he's just a dominant power back. And he's, like, getting up there in age, and people always think he's going to slow down every year, but he just gets better every year. Now we got the Eagles. My favorite Eagle is probably Saquon Barkley. Pretty much just what I said about Derrick Henry, except Saquon's not really a power back. He's more of just, like, a pure rusher. An elusive running back. He's a really humble guy. You never really hear about him like in anything like necessarily bad. He's just like, he stays out of the spotlight. He just shows up, does his job, goes home, and does the same thing from September to January or February every single season. Buffalo. I'm going to say Keon Coleman because he's just like such a funny kind of character. Carolina, I'm going with David Moore because he used to be a Seahawk and he was this clutch wide receiver 3 from 2018 to 2020. San Francisco, we got George Kittle. He's one of the only players on the Niners that doesn't piss me off every 5 seconds. He's just really such a likable guy. And when he was on the Receiver Show on Netflix, like, you got to see outside of football, he's just so funny. He's the exact same as he is on the field, except when he's on the field, he's more of a psychopath. The Bears, I'm going with Rome Odunze. Used to be DJ Moore, but he was kind of a lazy dirtbag last year. Rome Odunze, I just think he is a next, like, rising star NFL player. I know I'm supposed to hate him because he went to my favorite college team's rival, but he just seems like he's going to dominate the league for a while if he actually starts, getting the football. Once DJ Moore's out in probably 2-3 years, it's going to be Rome Odunze's offense. Arizona, I'm going with James Conner because he's been such an underrated back for the Cardinals since joining them. He had that 16 touchdown season. He's had a few 1,000-yard seasons. He's just a calm, quiet guy. You never ever hear about him, bad or good things really, because people don't like him for some reason, but he's also just one of those players on the Cardinals that's not brainwashed. Atlanta, going with Honey Bijan Robinson. He's been there for, I think this is his 3rd year now, and he's just a really humble guy. He has so many great traits about him. He's a very elusive back. He catches the ball like a bat out of hell. Any ball carrier move you need him to do, he'll do it. And he'll look effortless doing it because he's just so accustomed to doing that. The Raiders, I'm going, not a player, I'm going coach. I'm going with Pete Carroll because one of the only likable things about the Raiders, he was my head coach from when I started watching football up until last season. Pete Carroll's just a great guy. He's so much energy, no matter how old he is. He always acts like he's a 20-year-old with all the energy he has. He loves his players more than anything. He's always about second chances, no matter if it's a good or bad thing. If he sees something he likes in you, he'll keep you around, just like he did with Jamal Adams, Geno Smith with the Raiders now. Miami. I'm going to go with Devon Achane. Just like I said about Rome Odunze, he's just like next up for running backs to be just this guy that takes the league by storm when people like Saquon and Derrick Henry slow down. Dallas. I'm going with Dak Prescott. I don't care. I still don't understand why people don't like him. He's such a great guy. Like, Dak Prescott could save an orphanage that's on fire, but he'll get put in prison for felony charges or something because that's just how people see Dak Prescott. They always look for the negative in him when there's so many positives about him. Jacksonville. I'm going to go with Brian Thomas Jr. After his first season. I think he has really put himself out there on the spotlight. If Jacksonville would have learned who he actually was and like how to use him before the last like 5 games of last season, he would have been the most elite receiver in football, I think. Such a likable guy. I'm really excited to see how he does in year 2. Tampa, Baker Mayfield, because his story in the NFL, he never gives up. In 2021, he got that shoulder injury, but still played through it. He played through so much hell and beyond with every team he's been on, and now he's on a team that actually respects him and loves him. The community loves him. The fans love him. The whole state of Florida loves Baker Mayfield that are Tampa fans. Denver, probably Pat Surtain, just because of the corner he is. He reminds me of a Richard Sherman, just this lockdown corner. You can't get past him, really. You really can't. LA Rams, another instance that I'm going to go with a coach. I'm going with Sean McVay. He's one of the smartest minds in football. He's a really team-friendly coach. Sean McVay, he loves his players. He's an excellent head coach. He always has the Rams in contention for at least a playoff berth every single season. He's had 1 year of a losing record, and that was in 2022. And in 2024, with all them damn injuries the Rams had, he found ways to win that division and to make the playoffs and win a playoff game with all them injuries he had last year. Seattle Seahawks. Probably JSN. Either that or AJ Barner. But JSN, just really clutch guy for us last year. Had a lot of great games. Made a lot of great catches last year. A lot of clutch catches for us last year. Looking forward to seeing if that can continue this year. New England, Kyle Williams from my favorite team, the Washington State Cougars. If you need the most insane sideline catch ever, throw it up to Kyle Williams. He'll make it 9 out of 10 times. Green Bay Packers. I'm going to go with Jordan Love. Not a lot of players on that team for me, so I'm just going to go with the quarterback that's started for the last few years and has put the Packers back into a playoff team. I mean, not like they ever really left as a true contender, but he's put them in the playoffs in the 2 seasons. He has been the full starter in Green Bay now. Like, that is freaking respectable, man. Houston Texans, my boy CJ Stroud. I love that man. Really, really hope this year it gets back to how it was in his rookie season. Kansas City Chiefs, Jalen Watson, because once again, he is from the Washington State Cougars, and we're going to do the same thing for the LA Chargers, because they got my boy Deion Henley from the Washington State Cougars. Minnesota Vikings, probably Justin Jefferson. He's this generation's Randy Moss, fitting because he's on the Vikings. He loves his fans. He loves entertaining the younger generation by doing the gritty. Like, he inspired that onto the younger generation. And he's such a humble guy. He loves his job. He loves tormenting 31 other defenses. What's there not to love about Jay Jettis? Detroit, I'm going to go with Sam Laporta because since his rookie year, I like at the moment when the Lions picked him, I was like, Michael Mayer's still there. What are you doing? Then I actually watched a few of his games, and I'm like, oh, that's why. So I bought a jersey of him. It's hanging somewhere in my closet with all my other jerseys. Cincinnati, I'm going with Joe Cool, Joe Shiesty, Joe Burr, Joey Ice, Joe Burrow. Really humble quarterback. He's just like Josh Allen, in my opinion, except Josh Allen doesn't suck for the first 4 games of the season. But Joe Burrow, ever since joining the NFL, he's always been this just otherworldly elite quarterback for Cincinnati. Pittsburgh Steelers, probably still DK, even though I think the way he left was kind of a puss way out. But DK's always going to be a great player. Like his hustle on the field, when he actually decides he wants to catch a football, he's a funny guy. When he used to do that crap with his hair in like 2021. And when he's like mic'd up as well, it brings a few laughs out. Indianapolis Colts. Yikes, probably Jonathan Taylor, because I've had his back since he joined the NFL. I don't get why people don't view him as a top 5 running back for some reason. Like, if you don't, you have severe problems. I'm sorry. New York Giants. My boy, Dangerous. Russell Wilson, my childhood quarterback. Always going to be my favorite player in NFL history. Cleveland Browns. I'm going with Joe Flacco because he is absolutely timeless. He will never retire. Just when you think he's going to retire, ESPN notification. Joe Flacco agrees to a 1-year deal with whatever NFL team it happens to be next. New York Jets. Probably Garrett Wilson because the catches he makes are just like unbelievable half the damn time. Like that Michael Jordan logo catch he kind of made last year against the Texans, I believe, on Thursday Night Football. And just because he's elite with literally any quarterback. You could have me out there and I'll give him 1,000 yards a season. Tennessee Titans. Tyler Lockett. Man, I miss him. Great veteran presence. Great guy overall. Already has a job lined up for after football, so like he's already going to be taking care of himself post football, him and his amazing family. Now to end, we have the New Orleans Saints. I'm going with Brandon Cooks. He's been one of the most humble receivers his whole career, a really underrated player from the 2010s, a really underrated receiver. He was always silently good with New Orleans in his first stint. New England, LA. He was great with the Texans in 2020, but really since he left the Texans, been kind of downhill, but, you know, I've still always got to show love for my boy Brandon Cooks. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!